Hello everyone and welcome back to another My Life in Minecraft redstone tutorial, and today I've got a cobblestone generator for you and I'm very happy with this. It's very efficient and very user friendly, and on top of all that you get 100% return on the cobblestone. So let me get rid of this stuff right here just so we can figure out exactly how much we get. But basically how this works is you got 2 rows of cobblestone and 2 cobblestone generators in the back, and you got 2 buttons here, and either button will activate the whole system. So it's not like that one activates the right row and that one activates the left row or anything. Either button will activate the whole system, and let me show you how this works. Push the button, and there we go. So it starts pushing both these rows at you, and if you stand here and mine this, you get about 64 a minute, and I suggest using a diamond pickaxe just because it times out so nice. As you can see, I can stand here and mine 2 blocks, and then they push forward, mine 2 blocks, they push forward, and yeah. So it's pretty nice, pretty user-friendly, easy to use, 100% return. But the reason I actually built this system, because my original design only had 1 row, and it was just too slow. A diamond pickaxe would just mine it way too quick. Even an iron pickaxe would mine it too quick, and you ended up just standing there waiting for the cobblestone to spawn and move towards you. So I fixed that by adding 2 rows and adding and optimizing the lava and water cobblestone spawn rate, if that makes sense. Basically what I did is I put a bud switch in the place that the cobblestone spawns. So basically as soon as the cobblestone spawns, it activates the block update detector, which is what bud switch stands for if you guys didn't know. And then it will activate a piston pushing the block out of the way, leaving air there, so the lava and water have a better chance to spawn cobblestone. So basically it spawns cobblestone more often. And let me show you exactly what I mean. Basically you can come back here, and another thing I like about this system is all of the cobblestone is gathered in this channel and then pushed up here to the front. So you do get 100% return. I know I've said that a couple times already, but it's so neat compared to neat and clean, it seems to me, compared to a lot of cobblestone generators I've seen out there. But let me show you exactly what I mean by the bud switch. So if you come over here, you can see the cobblestone spawns, and then boom, out of the way. Boom, out of the way. So it leaves air there most of the time, so the lava and water will just produce cobblestone faster. And another nice feature about this system is once it's full, once it reaches this point, it will shut off. So there's no off switch or anything. Basically what happens is all of the empty spots fill up with cobblestone, and it'll shut itself off until you mine these away and push the button. And then it starts right back up like normal. So let me go into my tutorial world, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so when you're starting this project, there's going to be a few things you're going to have to know how to build, and one of them is going to be the basic cobblestone generator. And there's tons and tons of different designs, but this is the one I've decided works best for this project. So what you want to do is make a 3x3 platform with a hole in the middle, place a piston here in the corner, so you can place lava right there. The next thing you're going to want to do is build a little ring around the top and off to one side of the piston, where you can place water. Because how a cobblestone generator works is when lava and water collide on the same level, it creates cobblestone. So if we place lava here in this pocket, and then you've got running water here, they would collide right here, creating cobblestone. And basically what we're going to do is activate this piston as soon as the cobblestone spawns, over and over again, and then have another piston right here, pushing them in this direction. And we'll have 2 of these units side by side, creating a 2x1 layer of cobblestone for us to mine. So that's the cobblestone generator. Alright guys, now that you've got your cobblestone generator built, let's hook up a bud switch, or aka your block update detector. So what you're going to want to do is come up to your cobblestone and place a sticky piston pointing straight down, and put any sort of building block on top of that. Come off to the side that you have your lava coming from, place a torch and a repeater, so that way when this block is extended, it will transfer power to redstone dust on either side of it, and when it's retracted, it of course will not. So the next thing we're going to want to do is put redstone dust above this cobblestone and attach this redstone dust to it. And that's really easy to do. Just come up above it, place dust 2 to the left. Do not place redstone dust above this piston or you will screw things up. And then place a torch right here. And then we're going to want to run that dust up to this torch. Make sure you build at least 2 blocks out because we're going to want a repeater pointing into the block with the torch and redstone dust right there. And then just kind of staircase your way down until you can connect to this dust. Just like that. Now this is a working bud switch, so I'm going to destroy this block and let you see what it does. Alright guys, another thing you're going to have to know how to build is a redstone pulse extender. And this is super easy to build. All I'm going to do here is hook up one button to 2 different torches and show you the difference in the timing. And you can do this with 2 or 3 repeaters. I'll probably just use 2 because I don't need that long of a delay. And then place our torches and place a torch on each one. And then when I push this button, that torch should stay off a little longer than the one on the left. And as you can see, it works. And the last thing you need to know before we start this tutorial is that there's a large variety of blocks that cannot be moved by pistons. And this includes everything you see here plus a few other blocks such as obsidian. And yeah, so let's build this project. Alright guys, I have taken our cobblestone generator with the bud switch and made 2 of them identical. Basically they're mirror imaged with 4 blocks in between them. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 blocks in between them, and that's important. That is the minimum number of spaces you can have between your cobblestone generators and still have this project work. So what you're going to want to do is first we're going to put our chests behind our pistons that push the cobblestone away from its spawn location, and that's so when these pistons are pushing against each other they don't move one another, because that could be very bad. Alright, and then the next thing you're going to want to do is switch my inventory and come over here and line yourself up with the cobblestone. So the cobblestone is going to be coming straight out at me, and I'm going to want pistons, just normal non-sticky pistons, right there and there, right in the middle. And that's because when this cobblestone comes out, it's going to hit this location, and then they're going to push them out in this direction. In fact, I will just kind of speed that along, because here in a minute we are going to activate them to find out exactly where they stop. But first let's wire these up, and this is really easy to do. All you're going to do is come underneath them and come out 2 blocks for both of them and 3 blocks for one of them, and then bring your redstone dust over from right here and here and just bring them over to this spot, drop one of them down and put a repeater right up against the piston, and then the other one you want to put a redstone dust next to the piston and a repeater right here. And I'm sorry, I did that backwards. You're going to want to put that there, redstone dust here and here, and then run this down and over. So that way they're wired separately. You don't want the redstone interfering with each other, because occasionally they spawn cobblestone at different times and you don't want them to misfire. You want the bud switch to work properly. That's what makes this cobblestone generator so efficient. So let's come over here and destroy this cobblestone and destroy that cobblestone. And now they should be timed perfectly. So every time the cobblestone is pushed in front of it, it's pushed out. And that's for both of them. As you can see, that's working great. And then they should stop, I believe it's 13 blocks away. And you're just going to want to build a frame around them, around the last block. And step out one. And then step out one more, just for
a entryway styled cobblestone generator. Let's put in a wood floor, just like this. And awesome. So we're well on our way. Let's destroy all this and reactivate the cobblestone generators by destroying the one above the piston. And that should fill up all the way to this spot right here. Perfect. Now we're going to want to put a button on each side, and then we'll wire this up. Alright, so we've got a button on each side, and I'm just going to change those to smooth stone so they're easier to see from the outside. And you're going to want to place a torch on the back side of each one of those buttons, and drop down 2 blocks, place another redstone dust, and then place a torch on the inside. You want to do this for both sides, just like this. And then just run a redstone dust connecting the 2 torches together. Find somewhere here in the middle, and you're going to want to put a inverter. So basically anytime you push one of these buttons, it'll turn that torch on, powering this, which will then turn this off. And now we're going to need to build a pulse extender. And of course you guys know that's really easy to do. Just place a couple repeaters like that, tie the redstone together, and then run them off in both directions. And you're going to want to run that redstone to this location right here. And we're going to want to place a block there and there, place a torch on top, and then put a block right here so we can run a redstone dust up to it, and then just connect it to your powered redstone right here. Do that for both sides. Drop down 2 blocks, redstone torch, place a block here, and then redstone dust. So these torches right here next to these pistons should be off in a natural state. If they're on, you need to invert the power. So let's destroy a few of these and push one of these buttons and see if it works. And it does. So the very last thing you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to encase your cobblestone trail 4 or 5 blocks back, and place glass along the sides on both sides, and then build a column to place torches on, just like this. Oops. Just like I said, 4 or 5 blocks, because you can't mine any farther than that anyways. Place your torches, destroy any excessive blocks, and encase all of your glass. And of course you'll want to do that on both sides. And this is just so while you're mining, you're not mining into a dark channel. And plus it will make sure all of your cobblestone that you mine stays in that 2x1 channel and will be pushed to the front while you're mining it. So guys, that's how you build my cobblestone generator. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.